Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Shankit Mittal, and this video is the final video for the project requirements to CAPL Generation. So in the previous videos, we have already covered the concept diagrams. So just to give you an overview, what we have already covered in the past videos. So in the first phase, we have the user query and we have written the CAPL generic scripts. So based on these two inputs, we are providing this to the CAPL generator.file and it should generate the CAPL file. And in the second phase of the video, where we took the system prompts, and based on the system prompts we provided the software requirement, and using the software requirement we were generating the test specification. And so in the last and final phase, this is the complete scope of the project, so where we will be going to start with the software requirements, and once we provide the software requirement it will generate the test specification, and this test specification will be act as an input to the tool to generate the CAPL. So let's jump into the demo. So in order to execute, I just need to run this GUI app.py. So this is how the front end tool looks like. I will give you an overview about the tool, what all features currently available inside the tool. So first you will have the option to select the LLM. So we are using currently two LLMs. One is the local as well as online. So user can select whether they want to generate the specification and the CAPL from the local LLM or an online LLM. So by default, it will be set as a local. And we are using two different LLMs for specification as well as the CAPL. And here we will have the domain. So based on the system prompts which we have defined into the project, these domains will be available. Currently, as you can see, there are three, but as we increase the system prompts, automatically the list will be updated. And then you will have the software requirement. You will provide the software requirements here. And from this button, you will be able to generate the specification. And once you click on this button, the tool will automatically transition to the test specification, and it will show you all the test cases which are generated from the requirement. And once you verify the requirements with the test specifications are correct, you can just click on the approve and generate CAPL, and it will transit to the CAPL code where all the test cases which are generated will be automatically handled here, and it will generate the CAPL code one by one for all the test cases. So let's start with an example. So I will choose the specification LLM as online, and I will also choose the CAPL LLM as online. I will choose the domain as a bootloader. I will provide the software requirement here. And once I provided the software requirement, I will just simply click on the generate test specification button. And as you can see on the extreme left-hand side, it's showing generating the test specification. And it will automatically transit to the test specification section where it shows all the generated tests from the software requirement. And currently for this particular requirement, it has generated 3 test cases. So we will just simply review one by one. And if we feel like something is not correctly generated, we will just fix it immediately. And if we feel like these 3 scenarios will not be covering the requirement 100%, we will also have an option to add a manual test case here. So we will just simply click on the add manual test case, and automatically a new test case will be provided at the bottom. So here we can add the remaining steps. We will just click on the add steps. And basically we will just update the input and the expected for that particular thing. And since we don't need it right now to show it in the demo, I will just simply click the delete the test case. Now I can review my generated test cases, and if I feel few test cases or maybe the steps are not accurately generated, I can just simply remove it. So for example, in the first test case, I don't need few steps. I will just simply remove those. And if you want, you can modify the expected as well. So now once you make sure the test steps and the test cases are perfectly fine, we will just have two options, either to save the JSON file right now or simply click on the approve and generate CAPL. And once we do click on the approve and generate CAPL, it will automatically transit to the CAPL code and it will generate the CAPL code for all the 3 scenarios. So we will just simply click on the approve and generate CAPL, and it will transit to the CAPL code. And in the beginning, you will be able to see which all test cases has been processing at the backend. So currently it's generating for the first test case. CAPL is generated. We will just simply having another pop-up window where it will show the query name and what is the CAPL code which is generated, and you can review it manually here. And if you feel something is not correct, you can just modify the test case here and click on the accept and save. And if you feel the LLM did so much hallucination and you can't use it to store it into the CAPL, you will have an option to discard it. And since in my opinion, this test case was perfectly generated, I will just simply click on the accept and save. And once I do it, what it will do at the backend, it will save it into the memory section so that in the future, if we are going to do it more such scenarios, it can reuse what it generated in the past. And this will improve the accuracy of the generation test, and which leads to reduce in the hallucination from the LLM. And then once the first test has been generated, the tool will move to the second test case. Yeah. So same thing. We will review the second test case. If we feel we need to modify it, we will modify it here. Otherwise, we simply accept it. And it will move to the third test case. So we will validate the third test case as well. And this seems to be fine. So we will just simply accept and save. So now all the test cases which were generated from the software requirement are achieved. So the pop-up will come, says all test case generated, press save button to commit to disk. So if I click simply OK, and before saving it, I want to show you how it looks like currently in the folder where the CAN file will be generated. So if I click on the generated CAPL, so currently the folder is empty. I will simply click on the save CAPL and the CAPL has been saved. So if I go to the same directory again, you see the file has been created. And if I open it again, all three test cases has been generated here from the software requirements, and it is automatically called in the main test case. Suppose you don't have any software requirement and you still want to generate the CAPL, so you can also do so. So you will also have an option in two ways. The first, providing the direct query here. So I will give you an example here as well itself. So I've written few diagnostic query in the past, so I will just reuse the same. So I will just copy it, paste it into the direct query and click on the generate CAPL. And the test has been generated. I will simply review it once. Okay, seems fine. So I will just click on the accept and save. And now it is asking me to save it. So once I click on the save CAPL button, what it will do, it will add this test case into the existing CAN file instead of redeveloping a new one, so that we can reuse the same CAN file for all the test scenarios. So if I open my CAN file again, it says like this file has been updated. So if I clicked on it and go to the bottom, now you can see the 4 test cases has been generated. Similarly, if I don't want to do it with the direct query and want to do it with the JSON format, so I will just simply go to the test specification, click on the import JSON, and simply it is asking me to load a JSON file from here. So I will just choose a random file here. I'll simply click on it. So it will automatically load the existing test cases which are available in those chosen file. And if you want, you can just generate it from this as well. And if similarly, if you want to add more steps, you just click on the add step and you can extend or delete the test step which you don't want it. So I will just simply delete. And I want to generate the CAPL for this. And similarly, I will click on the approve and generate CAPL button. It will transit to the CAPL. So once the test has been generated, we will again review it. This seems to be fine, and I will just simply click on the accept and save. And if I click on the save CAPL button again, and if I open the CAN file, so automatically, as you can see, now 5 test cases are coming. So in this way, you can just simply create the CAPL code either directly from software requirement, or if you want to do it from the JSON, you can do it from here as well. And similarly, if you have already the direct query, you can also do it from this way. And in all those 3 ways, the same CAN file will be updated so that you can just directly load the generated CAN file in the canoe and you can execute it. Thank you.